It's time now for Down on the Corner with Dale Hoffman, North Central Arkansas's premier news talk program.
Good morning, North Central Arkansas, Southern Missouri. It is Wednesday, September 1st,
Day
2021. 7 a.m.
Good morning, all. Good morning.
Hi down there.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
You see, we have our fourth guest here, a Mountain Home football player.
Hey, you turn this
Yeah, turn around. There you
that
go.
way.
Oh, that's a
Better.
good shot there.
that.
Yeah, I like it.
Harrison Week.
Yes, sir.
Tell us all about it.
Here's how it goes. Harrison Week, day 3. Isn't it exciting?
Say that again?
You know, it's pretty exciting. Harrison Week, day 3.
We're going to be there.
Kids are doing different stuff at school. It's just a fun week for the non-players, and it's hell week for the players.
Right.
You know, I do, before we get started very deep, I do want to send condolences out to Dr. Sam Earle's family. Sam passed away yesterday. Sam was a quarterback for the Bombers back in 1988.
Yeah.
Led the Bombers to some good victories back then with a whole group of great players back in those days. And Sam would be, let's see, I'm 61. Sam would be maybe 60 or 51 or 52, maybe. 50, 51 or 52. Very young.
Yeah.
But a great football player, great Bomber, great student here at Mountain Home High School. And I want to send his condolences out to his family that I believe his mom and dad still live here.
Oh, is that right?
I know his dad does. So,
Yeah.
but anyway, Harrison Week. It's going to be fun. Friday night we'll kick off the pregame show at 6:00. We're going to talk about what's going on around football in the area for a little bit. Then we're going to have Coach Hillrey on for some, and then we're going to get ready for the ball game itself. Kickoff time will be 7:00. Bomber Stadium. I expect that it will be standing room only. The weather is supposed to be great in the 80s when the sun's still up, and get down in the low 60s after the sun goes down.
Very nice.
And it should be great football weather for the Bombers to play a
win.
play a victory game against the Harrison Goblins, which doesn't happen near as often as it should. But this year, I think we've got as good a shot as any to take that back. The Battle of Cricket Creek is what they call it, and should be good.
Excellent.
Tell us about XL7 TV and all the broadcasts and what
You know,
watch.
XL7 TV has been doing Bomber football since 2005. Back in the beginning of when Gil and the family came here to start XL7, Gil would go over and film all these, put them on a DVD, and then come back and play them on Saturday, which turned out very well. But we've been doing live games. Golly, somebody asked me, and I can't remember how long we've been doing live games. Probably, Scooter, would you say 10 years at least? Probably at least 10 years with doing live games myself. Josh Kaminsky is my color. Sometimes I have Troy, Cat Daddy Kill, come in and he'll do some color with me when Josh is not available. We have instant replay. We've got slow motion. We've got, you name it, we've got it. Got some surprises for this year. We're going to see how that works. Not going to get too deep in that until we know they work for good. Things are changing. Things are good.
Yeah, we like to watch it on YouTube when we can't do away games.
Oh, man, it looked great. You know, that game out of Jonesboro looked awesome.
We tie up several different locations to do this. We'll be on YouTube, Facebook Live, Free Antenna TV, Suddenlink 22, Digital 26.1.
Let's get the mayor in here.
About every outlet that there is, we're on it. Every cable company around has us. Next has promised that we will be on there by Friday. Looks like we've got the mayor here.
We're doing a special intro this week for Bomber football. Come over here. Come on. Put that helmet on right there.
I got a He's ready.
I need a helmet.
Bomber football this Friday on XL7 TV, Mayor.
These two.
Hey, easy now.
What was the question now?
There wasn't a question.
Okay, what was the...
Bomber football on XL7 TV.
Yeah.
Tell you what, we got it covered.
I believe you have. And you know, last year, I don't know, it may have been the first year, as long as I can remember around here, there had been a lot of interest in Bomber football.
We've had a lot of interest the last year, yes.
And I remember a few of those Friday nights I was out of town, and you could pop it up on the phone and watch and keep up. And so I appreciate what y'all do to
Not
get
me,
that
him.
out there. And
Then
I actually
Scooter-
got to
Scooter's
sit in the
around here
box
somewhere.
one night up there
Had
with
you
last
had you
year.
come up last year? We
may
did a
need to
little.
do that
Well, we
again
did that
this year.
twice.
It's a
I
good
think.
view
Yeah.
you got from up there, but
It's a good view, Mayor, but it's awful cold.
I don't want to go late in the year.
Oh, you want an early game, huh?
If you want me to come by, I need to come by early in the year.
Yeah. You know, we may have to get that ladder truck, the new one. We may have to try that out and get me a hoist that we can just lift me up there, because climbing that ladder's getting harder and harder every year.
We ain't got an elevator in there yet.
There's no elevator.
They got
No,
oxygen
we do.
up there for you old guys.
Well,
No,
what's he talking, old guys? He's over both of us.
I'm just excited to see it back that time of year.
It is that. You know, one thing that I encourage the townspeople, the business owners, you know, put a marquee up.
Oh, yeah.
Throw a Beat a Harrison or a Get a Gob or something like that.
How about
Throw
a
it up
decoration?
for
This
those
is
kids.
official Beat Harrison week from
You
the
know,
mayor.
we could do something like that, put together real quick. You know, 2 years ago, I happened to be standing on the square one afternoon, and I was talking to a gentleman about high school sports, and the conversation he was trying to tell me is how much a competitive football team and program meant to the community, as far as
That's why I wanted you right here
trying
this
to
morning for
make,
this. Yeah.
you know, bring spirit out in the community. It's just good for the town to have that.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I think we saw that start last year. And like you, Bob, I would encourage everybody that's got a marquee, not just this week for Harrison Week, but every week,
For the next 10 weeks.
put something out there to support those student athletes who are working so hard to represent this community and that coaching staff. And it's not just the ones that are on the field, but you got a lot of others involved in that right there. You got cheerleaders, you got band students that are out there. Those band kids have been out there
Cheerleaders.
in some heat. They've been doing their
Players.
practice. So take those marquees, take the windows. There's plenty of people around town that'll paint a window for you, and put something up there about supporting the Bombers
Good.
throughout this season. And I just think it's a good for the community. And you know, we got to keep in mind it's not all about the W's. Yeah, those are nice at the end of the year. I'm sure Coach Hillrey would really like to have.
Yeah, I think
a lot
he'd sit
more
right here and say,
W's.
"What do you mean it's not about the Liberties?"
It's all about the win, baby.
But, you know, it's about having a competitive team. The W's are great, but it's about those young student athletes becoming better people. And I tell you something that they really impressed me with this year, and they hadn't played a game. Was watching when they had this steak dinner the other day.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't get to be here for that, but I think it was for about 2 or 3 weeks prior to that steak dinner. Every day, 4 to 5, multiple times a day, there was a picture of an auto parts store, a dentist office, a dog groomer, any type, real estate farm, anything you could imagine. And the picture was of somebody from that business and a couple of those student athletes
donating
and what
to
they
it.
had donated. to that
That's
office.
great.
And that, the idea to send those boys out and those student athletes out to get those donations,
Yeah.
hey, somebody needs a Emmy award for that right there, because that was a great move. And I think it means a lot more to that guy at that auto parts store for one of those boys or girls to walk in
Yeah.
and ask for that than it does for me or Bob.
That's exactly
no
right.
doubt about it.
Hold that thought. Let me do a quick
What for? We're just getting started.
intro.
That's right.
Just hold that thought. We'll
Gotta
come
pay the
back after I
bills,
get
you know.
this intro done. We can continue this discussion. We're enjoying Brewed Awakening Coffee here at the studio. You can do the same thing. 3 locations to serve you the best coffee in town. Brewed Awakening Coffee. If you're not drinking Brewed Awakening, you're just drinking muddy water. Mike and his staff do a great job at all 3 locations. Bomber Boulevard, 62 East Plaza, Baxter Regional Medical Center lobby. The best coffee in town is Brewed Awakening. Stop by any of the 3 locations. 2 are drive-throughs, one's in the hospital, main entrance lobby. Follow the COVID-19 guidelines there. Brewed Awakening Coffee, the best coffee in town. If you're not drinking Brewed Awakening, you're just drinking muddy water. Roller Funeral Homes of Arkansas bring the morning prayer each and every day. With all our respect, Roller Funeral Homes, 29 in the state of Arkansas to serve you, with 1 in Memphis, Tennessee. Here in town, you talk to Brad, Bruce, Charlotte, Chris, anyone else there can help you. When you see with all our respect, that's how they do business on a daily basis. In Arkansas and West Tennessee, with all our respect, Roller Funeral Homes. Let's pause now for our morning prayer. Heavenly Father, I got to do some traveling yesterday, and I love the scenery, the mountains, creeks, rivers, lakes, and farmland. So good to see the crops in the field. So today I want to pray for those in the agriculture business. I've seen all types of crops of soybeans, corn, wheat, rice, and many others. Then you have cattle, hogs, chicken, and turkey farms. All of these are the backbone of our country, and without our farmers, we'd be some pretty hungry people. So Lord, I pray you bless the work of every farmer. It's no doubt a 24/7 job. I just pray that they'll be successful in this year's harvest. It's my prayer today. Amen.
Amen.
Roller Funeral Homes of Arkansas bring the morning prayer each and every day with all our respect. Roller Funeral Homes. It is time for the weather, brought to you by the Z-Team. Bob and Linda Zador for all your real estate needs. 870-405-0793. The website retirettoarkansas.net. And it's time we take a peek at the White River. Hey, a little bit of fog, not bad. Clear skies there above the city. And you can see the White River, the fog right there along the White River, 62-412 bridge on the left side of the screen, the city of Cotter. A little bit of fog in Cotter today and on the river. Cameras in Marion County, Arkansas. Of course, you're looking into Baxter County, Arkansas, in the city of Cotter. And you're at retiredtoarkansas.net this morning.
I love it when the fog is wrapping around it like that.
Beautiful. It sure is. While you're at retiredtoarkansas.net, be sure to check out all the listings with the Z-Team, Bob and Linda Zadora, by calling 870-405-0793. Realtors you'd recommend to a friend, Bob and Linda Zadora. They've won the most prestigious award in the Century 21 Corporation. Some people have never seen it. They've got it 2 years in a row because of outstanding service after the sale, and just being a part of the community. I tell you what, you can't find a better team in the Z-Team. Bob and Linda Zador for all your real estate needs. 870-405-0793. Realtors you'd recommend to a friend.
Yes, sir.
Right now we're sitting at 70 degrees in Mountain Home, 66 at Harrison, 72 at Batesville, 70 at Yellville, 68 at Marshall, 72 at Salem, 68 at Mountain View, Arkansas, 72 in West Plains, 68 at Springfield, 70 at Poplar Bluff, 68 in St. Louis, and not bad in Watford City, North Dakota, 66 up there today.
You notice that 70 in Mountain Home, but only 66 in Harrison. Things are heating up in Mountain Home.
Yeah.
There you go.
That's right, baby.
On the field, I hope.
Telling you, this is Harrison Week, dude. You got to talk about it. You got to be there.
Shower activity in the west part of the country from San Diego to Phoenix, back to the west of Denver, back up into Wyoming. The remnants of the hurricane now up in the New England area from Boston, really all the way back down into East Tennessee, and some shower activity going on in Florida, on the west coast of Florida. A little bit in Arkansas and Missouri. We'll zoom in real quick and take a look at what's going on. State of Arkansas, northeast Arkansas, all the way over to Jonesboro, Paragould, a little bit around Pocahontas and Corning, right on the river to the south of Blytheville, Arkansas. And that's about it in the state. We do have a little bit of chance of some showers in the morning with clearing in the afternoon. Basically, overall, the highways are clear in the state with the exception of Highway 62 at Pocahontas, Highway 412 at Paragould, Highway 63 and Interstate 555 at Jonesboro. All the other highways, 62 412 West, Highway 65 to Branson, 67 167 going up from Little Rock, Searcy, Batesville, Pocahontas. You're going to hit it at Highway 67 north of Pocahontas there. And then your interstates 30, 40, 49, 55, 555, 530 in Arkansas. Basically clear. 555 might have a little bit of shower activity right here. Interstate 155 at Dyersburg, light showers there. Moving up into Missouri, just a little bit across the state line here around Current View, Missouri. A little bit at Springfield, popping up at I-44. Overall, the highways in Missouri, Highway 67 from Poplar Bluff to St. Louis is clear. 60 and 160 from Poplar Bluff West, Branson, Springfield. Highway 65 going to Branson and north looks good there. In southern Illinois, we got some scattered showers in the St. Louis area. Over around, let's see, that's going to be just north of Belleville, Illinois. Then we got it down around Pinckneyville, Illinois, and on down to the northeast of Marion. So Interstate 64 with a little bit of rain going on there in Illinois, and I-57 going south. And once you get down past Marion, Illinois, in pretty good shape. Paducah, Kentucky with some scattered showers on I-24, but nothing serious there. So we do have a heat advisory in about half of Arkansas and Oklahoma, parts of Texas, all of Louisiana, western Mississippi. Flood watch boxes from Kentucky, Virginia, all the way back up into the New England area. And we do have a 20% chance of showers this morning, then clearing this afternoon. Temperatures this week, 88, 86, 88, 91 on Saturday with chance of showers there. Saturday and Saturday night, 20% on Sunday, high of 86. Checking iDrive Arkansas real quick. I think everything's moving well with the exception we have some stopped traffic on I-40 East, and that's to the west of Brinkley, and some slow traffic at Benton. Other than that, all the cities are moving well with the traffic. No problem. Let's check. Do we have time to check Mountain Home real quick? They've pulled one camera. We don't have the one camera. This is Cardinal Drive. You see a little bit of cloud cover here to the Century 21 Lemac Road Estate right over here. Few cars going through the light at Cardinal at 62 Business. Traffic moving well. Seems to be in good condition there. This is a nice shot here. I love the Club Boulevard shot that RDOT provides here. East side of town, you see Baxter Regional Medical Center over here. Climaxy Chevrolet right over here. Minimal amount of traffic on the east side of town, but what's there is moving pretty well right now. Missouri's looking pretty good. They have some construction zones and some maintenance zones, so just be prepared for that on Highway 65 to Springfield, 63 going to Rollin, Highway 67 going to St. Louis. Norfolk Lake at 558.50, 6.5 feet above 552. Bull Shoals Lake at 667.87. It's basically 9 feet above the full pool of 659. Allergy index 10.7 today, 10.9 tomorrow. Boy, sneeze, hack, and cough for the next couple of days. Nettle, chinnopods, and ragweed.
Hey, don't be talking bad about my aunts like that. That's my Aunt Ragweed there. She visits me every year.
Crude oil prices at 68.58. That's West Texas International Crude. Dow Jones Industrial Average dropped 39 points, closing at 35,360. And real quick, in Arkansas, update Baxter County right now, we have active cases 217, recovered 5,025. State of Arkansas right now ran the numbers, we're at a 93.4% recovery rate. Your hospital report is looking good for North Central Arkansas. 13 counties, roughly the population 313,000 in this part of Arkansas, from Woodruff County, Jackson County, Independence, all the way back up to Marion. 78 positive admissions. This is North Central Arkansas, not Baxter County. 78 admissions, 17 ICU, and only 11 on ventilators in 13 counties. That's a good report.
Yes, sir.
Tell us about web and paper design, David.
Yes, if you need any kind of graphic design, a flyer, you need a brochure, I can do that. A website. You know, some places still don't have a website, which is surprising. You go to search for them like a little restaurant or something. They think it's too expensive. Well, if you just need a little 2-3 page layout, I can do that, and it starts at $750. So,
That's not bad.
So yeah, you have a home page that tells them everything you have to offer, an about page, how you came about, and a contact page. And so, yeah, check out my website.
We're all about bright ideas. It says right here,
Web and
websites,
paper
logos,
design.
online and print. Phone number, David?
870-405-4433.
There you go. Now we can talk a little bit more Bomber football, then we'll take a break in about 2 minutes. XL7 TV.
You ain't got enough, 2 minutes ain't enough time. But go ahead anyway.
You got a pregame starting at 6.
Pregame starts at 6. We're going to talk about a little bit of area football, just about the, there are other towns that play football other than Mountain Home, and we want to give them a little bit of attention too. Yellville, Marshall, Melbourne, Batesville, Hardy. Then we're going to have Coach Airy on. We're going to visit with him a little bit. We're going to have a good time. Chances are it'll be the recording from Friday morning show. And then after that, we'll come back and we'll get ready for the game itself. We'll go through the starting lineup, do some stuff like that.
There you go.
Kickoff will be at 7 o'clock. Guys, I'm telling you, it's going to be a packed house.
Right.
I hope
There's
so.
no doubt in my mind.
I hope so.
That it's going to be. Be smart. Be smart. If you have a fever, if you're feeling not so well,
Right.
don't
Watch
go.
it on XL7
Watch it at home.
Watch it, yeah.
We'll be glad to bring it to your living room for you.
Yeah.
We'll do the best we can and make sure you
And
don't
then
miss
area
anything.
restaurants, Bob.
We've got several area restaurants, 7 of them that maybe 8 by now, maybe 9. It's climbing every day. You've got Fujiyama Steakhouse, Brick Oven Pizza, Big Creek, Elks, the Antler up in Gainesville,
Live Edge.
Live Edge, Back 40, Chili's is supposed to be coming on board. Parkview Pizza over in Flippin. It's just a
Great.
lot of support to bring those games.
So we
on.
can pick it up on antenna, cable, YouTube,
Facebook
Hometown
Live,
TV,
Hometown
share it to
TV,
the down on the corner
several
page.
different pages.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just available.
Yeah.
It's there, Come on. I know the mayor's watched it on the net instead of getting out in the
You
cold.
answered one of your questions one night.
Yeah, we're going to have a
other
trivia.
questions.
We're going to have some trivia questions. We got some gift cards from Vexus Boats that we're going to give away doing a trivia. So you better polish up on your Bomber football because I'm going way back.
Really?
I'm digging way back deep.
You're
to,
getting the
get-
archives going. Huh?
Get some of
Got
this
no
stuff.
answers for those then.
Let's take a quick break. More with Bob and the mayor right after this. Be right back.
Live Bomber Football is back on XL7 TV with announcers Bob Rechtenwald and Josh Kaminsky, bringing you the best in play-by-play. Watch every game live on XL7 TV or online at xl7tv.com/football. Every Friday night, watch the Bombers live, whether you are at the game or not. Also, enjoy a meal, drink, and watch the Bombers on XL7 TV live at the following restaurants every Friday night, only on XL7 TV. It's a matter of taste, and at Brick Oven Pizza Company in Mountain Home, delicious taste is all you will find. Enjoy signature crafted pizzas and appetizers, as well as oven-baked sandwiches, quesadillas, salads, pastas, and desserts. When it comes time to relax or meet up with friends, Brick Oven Pizza has you covered. Handmade cocktails and ice-cold beer are always available at their fully stocked bar. No time to dine in? No problem. Call in your order and use Brick Oven's convenient drive-thru window for all your to-go orders. It's a matter of taste at Brick Oven Pizza Company in Mountain Home. Get the only mower with suspension technology at Mower Warehouse in Mountain Home, where they accept mower trade-ins, have flexible financing options, and services all brands and models. That's Mower Warehouse, located on Buzzard Roost in Mountain Home.
When I grow up, I want to save lives, like a superhero, and show up when people needed me.
When I grow up, I want to do animations. I want to create characters that can fly.
No matter what it is you want out of life, there is a path to get there.
When I grow up, I don't know what I want to do when I grow up, but I know I want to go to college.
Arkansas State University Mountain Home. Take your first step at asumh.edu.
Hi, it's Bob Zadora of the Z Team at Century 21 Lemac Realty, 1024 Highway 62 East in Mountain Home. As you know, we are all facing some unusual times. Be calm. Be smart. The business world of real estate will continue. We may have some delays and some changes that are out of our control, but life will go on, and this too will pass. Give thanks for this wonderful country that we live in. Give thanks for the neighbors that we share. If there's anything we can do to give you a hand, give us a call. 870-405-0793. And check out our website, retiredoarkansas.net.
Have you ever noticed?
And we're back with our Hillrey Adams and Bob Rechtenwald. This is Harrison Week and kind of a special, different type of setup on Down on the Corner program to plug not only the football game come up Friday, the inaugural game of the season, plus XL7. It's just got you covered.
16 years worth of football coverage for XL7 TV. It's been a good thing. 10 years at least that we've been doing them actually live on the air.
Antenna, YouTube,
Facebook.
Facebook.
You name it, it's there. Go to any restaurant, sit down and enjoy an adult beverage of your choice and a meal that you'd like to eat and watch a ball game if you want to. I know after the Jonesboro scrimmage or benefit game that we did, I came back and, man, I was thirsty and hungry. So I went out to Live Edge. They were still open. I didn't get home till like 1 o'clock in the morning.
Wow.
They were still open. Went in and saw Tony and Jesse, and they made me up a bunch of chicken wings and got me
Well, I can't beat that.
3 or 4 glasses of water. And
Yeah.
you sit there and talk through a ball game for 3 hours, and you get a
Right.
little parched.
You think? Yeah.
This week being Harrison Week, our junior high teams will travel to Harrison tomorrow night.
Thursday.
The 7th, 8th, and 9th grade will play. 7th grade will play a game. 8th grade's going to play a scrimmage. 9th grade's going to play a game. I haven't seen the 7th grade yet this year. I've seen a little bit of the 8th grade. The 9th grade played a home game last week. And let me tell you, I've been in that press box. This is my 26th season. I've never seen a crowd the size of that 9th grade crowd that we had last week.
Well, Mayor, we need your input on this. A win over Harrison Friday night's a B12 shot
Oh, yeah.
to the whole city.
No
I don't
doubt
care if you're
about it.
retired or your element. If we can beat Harrison and I'd like to see at least a 7-3 season. A 5-5, a 500 season would be good, but a 750 season or even undefeated, please.
A win for Harrison, and that just kind of makes sets a,
That just
and
kinda
especially
sets the standard
early,
for the
early
rest
in
of the year.
season like this, that
Right.
sets a tone for the whole year right
Yeah.
there, I think.
But now didn't we beat
know,
Pine
for-
Bluff at Pine Bluff last year?
We did in a playoff game. We went 25 years where Harrison was the final game of the year, and it was always played October around Halloween time.
Yeah.
And that was the big game. That was it. We had bonfires. We had this. We had that, and it was the big thing. For some reason, when we got into this bigger conference, into the 6A, Harrison stayed in the 5A. We had to readjust everything, and Harrison became the first game of the season. You talk about a barometer. If we can pull the win against Harrison, it sets the stage for the rest of the season.
It sure does.
The Bombers will have a hard schedule, no doubt, but so does everybody else.
Yeah.
We've got the Lake Hamiltons, we've got Greenwood. Those are two of the best top three in the state always. They're always very, very good. After Harrison, we'll play Batesville, we'll play Nettleton, we'll play Lake Hamilton, Van Buren, Russellville. So we're playing football with the big boys. This is not, we are, size-wise, we're the little dog on the porch. Heart, I think we can take on a pit bull.
Yeah. Very good.
And that coach that's down there now, Coach Hillrey, I don't know him near as well as Bob does. I haven't talked to him near as much, but just the few times I've been around him, to see the attitude he brings to it.
Right.
Don't know a lot about the X's and O's, but just the attitude he brings to the program. We're not here to fill practice time and Friday nights. We're here to be successful.
Yeah.
And the commitment he's getting from those players. But he's kind of got some pretty strict rules about, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, parent commitment too.
You gotta be willing to parent your kid. I can tell you that.
I mean,
The whole different
he's
ballgame.
all in, and he has brought. He has just brought a whole new level of commitment and dedication to the program that I think.
Things have changed over the years. They've evolved. Back in the 70s, we had two-a-days, and you could always tell it was football season when McLean would fire up their feed grinder there by the school, and the smell would get in the air. And once you smelt that, you knew, well, two-a-days is going to start any time, because it seemed like that's what he waited for. And one time I asked Mr. McLean, I said, "What in the world is that smell?" And he put his arm around me and said, "Bobby, that's the smell of money."
Yeah.
I said, "Yes, sir. Okay, no problem." But two-a-days is a thing of the past. They don't allow that anymore. AAA's got involved, and they don't do two-a-days anymore. They have the wet bulb, dry bulb thing that they got to go out on the field and check the temperature on the turf.
And Scooter was telling me about the other. Yeah,
if it hits a certain point, you cannot practice.
It takes dew point, humidity, temperature, and reflective.
Right. It's normally 10 degrees warmer on that field than it is in the air. So if it's 100 degrees sitting in the stands, it's 110 or more on that field.
Well,
so here's what's going on. If at 2 o'clock it's time to hit the field and they test that, the trainer has to go out and actually take a reading off the field. They can't practice.
Yeah.
So they go spend a little bit of time in the weight room, but guess what? Those kids, and I mean those kids, every one of them, will be back at 6 o'clock the next morning practicing.
Yeah.
You couldn't get a bunch of 1977 Bombers on that football field at 6 o'clock in the morning if it was chocolate covered.
That's something, live in the neighborhood I do in Southern Meadows. I come out that way a lot.
Yeah.
And I come out one morning and I saw, this was a few weeks ago, and I saw the lights on at the football field, and I thought, oh my gosh, somebody left the lights on last night and forgot to turn them off. Well, guess what?
Is out there working.
They was out there working. And I don't think it was a whole team. I think it was maybe a special group, quarterbacks and receivers or something. And I drive around to the end there by the field house where you can pull up to that gate. And I look out there, and there's probably maybe 10, 12 people, players on the field. And there's this one guy out there who's about 6'10". He looks like the Jolly Green Giant out there in the middle of that field. And he's throwing footballs left and right to those boys, and that being Coach Mallett.
Coach Mallett.
Who by any stretch of imagination has to be there. To have somebody that has his knowledge of the game and his his game experience at all the different levels.
Yep.
You know, the success he had at college and then in the NFL, to be out there, I think that right there is something that helps show these local players in Mountain Home, hey, we can do this. We get out here and we work and we dedicate, you know, ourselves to this season. We can be successful.
Yeah.
And once again, I want to emphasize, and Bob Reckon, what we're saying, and of course, the mayor, go Bombers, beat Harrison on the marquees, paint a window. You know, this is only Wednesday. We got Wednesday, Thursday.
We're working on that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mayor sent out a text, and we're getting
some
that
stuff
going
since
on.
we sat down here taking place.
Right on.
He's been working to sit there
to
talking.
do that. But, you know, hey, that needs to be there. We're talking right now about football. The reason we're talking about football, it's the first basic sport of the year, or big sport of the year. We got basketball, volleyball going on.
Yeah, we've got volleyball going on, cross country going on. We've got football going on. There's more to life than just football, no doubt.
Oh, yeah, no doubt.
And there's more to Bombers than just football. But right now, football is in the air, and it's just where we're at.
Yeah,
It's that time of year.
It's fall.
And
it's
once
forward.
again, you know, it just does something for the community when you get off on the right foot with that football season.
Yep. And there would not be a better way to do it, to send that Harrison group right back to Harrison Friday night about what time, 9:30?
About 9:30, yeah.
Get them on that bus and get them out of town with a nice little L hanging around there.
Sounds good.
The week would start out really nice if the 7th, 8th, and 9th grade can go to Harrison tomorrow and pull some W's and bring them back home with them.
Yeah.
That would have been, you know, those kids need your support too. It's
Absolutely.
not too far to drive to Harrison. Don't go over there and eat or spend any money while you're over there waiting. Wait and do that. I mean, if you take you a bottle of water with you and some hot dogs.
Yeah, make sure it's tap water.
Yeah.
All right, coming up on 7:32, quick break more with the mayor and Bob right after this.
Have you ever noticed every time you wash your car, you end up wetter than the actual car? Next time, run down to Car Care and let the friendly staff put a smile on your face. Car Care of Mountain Home has a variety of services to clean your vehicle's needs, inside and out. From a simple wash and shine to their outstanding detail services. Located 1525 Highway 62 East in Mountain Home. Stop by Car Care Mountain Home today, because driving a clean car always makes you feel good.
At Connor Family Funeral Home, our goal is to provide our friends and neighbors with caring, compassionate services at an affordable price. Connor Family is a full-service funeral home that offers a wide range of services to meet your family's needs and customs. We are the first on-site crematory in the area and provide many options to memorialize your loved ones and address all the details for a more personalized service. Where compassion and affordability meet, Connor Family Funeral Home in Mountain Home.
Take a step back in time when going to a barbershop meant more than just getting a haircut. Come into Legionnaire Barbershop today, a unique gentleman's barbershop. Get back in style with experienced licensed barbers who are trained in tonsorial arts and lock removal and are happy to give you a straight razor shave. Legionnaire Barbershop is veteran-owned and operated and located at 1041 Highland Circle, Suite 55 in Mountain Home. For a full, old-fashioned barbershop experience, stop by Legionnaire Barbershop today.
When you think about Hospice of the Ozarks, it's our desire that you think about finding a way to live your life to the fullest while living with a serious illness. If you ever need help and support, we provide a team of healthcare professionals and volunteers that will support your physical, emotional, and spiritual aspects of life while doing the same for your family and caregivers in the comfort of your own home or wherever you call home. When you think about Hospice of the Ozarks, we hope that you grant us permission to walk on the journey with you. Your not-for-profit option since 1979.
When you're out of town, make sure your pet is with someone who will love them as much as you do. At 201 Pet Salon and Resort, your pet is cared for just as they would be at home. 201 Pet Salon and Resort is the only all-suite climate-controlled and air-filtered boarding facility in the area with private and spacious rooms to keep your pet relaxed. And with over 3/4 of an acre of fenced play area, your pet will receive the proper exercise they deserve. 201 also offers professional grooming services. Your best friend is in good hands at 201 Pet Salon and Resort in Mountain Home.
At Letty's.
And we're back with Mayor Bob Rechtenwald, and we're focusing this week on Bomber football. Kicks off, no pun intended, this Friday. 6 o'clock pregame show. There's a little fly run right here. And then 7 o'clock kickoff. Bob Rechtenwald and Josh going to be on. You and Josh?
Yep. Josh will be the color man this week, and we're ready to go.
Well, Mayor, along with the football, we have other activities. We're finishing up the concert series. You've got the downtown square looking really good. We've got I've been seeing some surveying on Highway 5 South, that project going on there. Water park issues, park improvements. Oh, I know. Look at it. Park improvement?
Park improvement.
Park improvement.
How's things going with the all-inclusive park? You had some designs done on it?
We have the grant application that we submitted for is for State Parks and Recreation Outdoor Grant. We got one of those in 2019. It was the first time in 42 years we got any money from that agency. It was also the first time in 42 years we'd asked for any money from that agency. So we're going back to them on that all-inclusive at Hickory. Design is done. We will find out sometime, today's September 1.
Yeah, today's
so
September 1.
We'll find out sometime in the month of September if we make the cut. We make the cut, then we go to the State Parks and Recreation Board in October. We'll have 5 minutes to make a presentation, and we'll know in December if we're going to get that grant up there. That project came to a cost of $680-something thousand, I believe. And that will be for a new parking lot off of Dyer Street with a new entry, the all-inclusive playground, a new restroom. The restroom up there is a 1955 model. Well, I'm a 1955 model, so me and that restroom are the same age. And a new ADA restroom up there. And all that's going to kind of be up the hill there where the old ball field and horseshoe pits are at. We're going to save some horseshoe pits.
That was the only baseball field in the county. I think maybe one Connor.
We'll be saving some of the horseshoe pits, and we're going to save enough green space up there. I've told the engineering firm in the beginning I don't want to use it all for parking. We don't need all the parking. What we need is enough parking to service this all-inclusive playground. And then if you got a big event going on and people overflow park up there, that's great. But the primary purpose of the parking up there is for that playground, for those special needs. But there'll be enough green space left up there that downstream somewhere we'd like to see a Miracle League field put up there. And that would be years down the road, possibly when all this work is done. If we got anything left over, maybe we could do something like that. Or maybe by that time we'd be in a different position to just do it, But
what do you mean by that?
A Miracle League field, Bob, they've got one in Jonesboro. Monticello put one in last year, and it's a miniature version of a baseball or softball field, very small. It is all turf. It's all accessible to children that have physical disabilities, where they be in a wheelchair. You see a lot of times they'll have Special Olympic games on them. And there's one in Jonesboro. It's super nice one over there. And then we toured one the other day over in Springdale, Billy and I did, and looked at it. And but that's down the road.
Yeah.
That's not part of this big plan, but we didn't want to use all that green space up there because this might be something that we could come by and add downstream. So we're going to start that project in January, grant or no grant. We're asking them for $250,000, which is a max you can get from them. So if we get $250,000, we're in good shape. If not, we'll take whatever we get from them. But that project, the design is done on it. The only thing we lack is that playground equipment that goes in that. It's a lot of modular stuff. The school just put one of these all-inclusive behind Hackler. So you can combine the configurations in a lot of different ways. And so we're looking at that. We haven't picked right now. We're down, there's about 4 to 5 different type pieces of equipment to put there. And got some people looking at that and trying to figure out what they think would best fit our needs up there. But I promise you, it's going to be a lot better than what we got anywhere in this town right now.
Is there any grant money available through ADA?
Yes. Well, I don't know about through ADA, but yesterday, well, there may be a different ADA, American Dermatology Association.
I'll be all right too.
I talked to a dermatologist here in town yesterday, and they gave us a package, and there's some grant money through them. We're going after anybody that we think has some to help support that project there.
You would think as big a project that this is, the American Disabilities Act.
I agree.
There would be something there.
We will have to find out about that, but I do know State Parks and Rec is our first. That's our starting point. Yesterday, after visiting with the dermatologist here in town and getting a package from him, we're going to see if we can get some of that. And they help pay for sunshades.
Really?
We want sunshades on these structures.
Yeah.
And those are not very cheap. We put some up last year out at Clista Willette at the baseball field. And those are not free by any stretch of the imagination. So we'll be going to that ADA to try to get some help from them. But this thing's going to start in January up here at Hickory, and our plans are right now to have Hickory Park revitalized by May of next year, which will be the beginning. And you mentioned the summer concert series, which ends this weekend. Next year, we'll probably start season 3 of that summer concert series Memorial Day, and we'll be down up there by then if we have to.
There you go.
I don't know how we're going to do it, but it's going to happen some way.
Good.
Somewhere.
One more break. We'll be right back.
At Letty's Mexican Restaurant, we are here to keep you safe during these difficult times, as well as serve you the best Mexican food in the area. That's why we've installed a convenient pickup window for all your to-go and pickup orders, as well as a covered outdoor seating area. Give us a call at 870-435-2532 to order your next meal. And don't forget, Letty's also provides catering for small parties or big events. Experience the best in Mexican cuisine. Letty's in Gassville.
Jim Brown Company keeps you cool when it's hot and warm when it's not. A trusted name in the mountain home community, Jim Brown Company provides timely heating and cooling installation and repairs. Our certified technicians incorporate new technology on every job to provide you with the most advanced services. At our metal fabrication shop, we handle projects big and small. We've created everything from commercial ducts to custom designs.
I'd recommend Jim Brown Company to my friends and neighbors. The reason being they have high-tech equipment, their service techs are well qualified for the job that they do, and they also send me a report after all the work is done so I know exactly what my unit's doing.
By visiting our showroom, you can learn all about our heating and cooling products. We'll educate you on your options and help you decide on the right solution. For total comfort at your home or business, choose Jim Brown Company. Quality service with a family name since 1964.
Hi, I'm Benny with Ammo Dump.
At Ammo Dump, they carry new and used firearms, large supply of shotguns, rifles, and handguns. Ammo Dump will buy, sell, or trade in your item and can special order whatever you like. They also have knives, scopes, ammo of any caliber, and provide gun cleaning and restoration. Call them today for the best competitive pricing around.
If I don't have it or can't get it because they don't make it, come and see us.
That's Ammo Dump, located next to Woodman's Package in Norfolk.
Diatley Dental Care is a family-owned dental practice. Doctors Irvin and Christina Diatley grew up in the Twin Lakes area and are proud to serve the community. With modern treatment methods and state-of-the-art technology, they are dedicated to providing exemplary care to patients of all ages. Our compassionate team consistently receives training above and beyond the standard of care.
We're changing the way you see dentistry.
Come be a part of our dental family.
Live.
I appreciate Bob and the mayor. Very positive comments about Mount Bombers football season, and like I say, it's a shot in the arm. You know, it's just you feel you get that first win, especially against Harrison, and
well, it's a shot in the arm in a lot of ways. You know, Harrison's a big game.
Mm-hmm.
Be a
Yeah, it's a
lot
good
of
football
people
team.
here that
Good
night.
club.
It's the first one of the year, but guess what those people do while they're here in town?
Spend money.
They go somewhere and they eat. They buy some gas to get back to Harrison, or they go eat at a restaurant here in town, or stop at a convenience store. So, if football season is a good economic booster for us, and when you've got those out-of-town teams that are coming in, I guess what we have 5 home games and 5
Probably,
away
yeah.
or something like that. I'm not sure the number, but you want them to be coming here to play in a game and bringing a lot of folks with them, and you want our people going out there and supporting our boys and team on Friday night, and because you know a lot of folks may just run home right quick or leave work and grab something to eat and head to the football stadium. So you know it's a good time and a good economic opportunity for us, and having a community that supports a football team.
Yeah.
It's just a
And you
it's
know what
a
I like to see?
B12
I like to
shot,
see
like
the
you said.
people that have retired. We've got a great retirement community, but there's a lot of experience right there. Even though you don't have a child in the schools, you know, you may have moved in from somewhere else. We invite you to support our team, you know, and volunteer somewhere, schools, libraries, something like that. You know, there's a wealth of knowledge and education and experience from retired people.
Yep, there sure is.
And to get their support behind these young people, I think that just says a lot, you know.
That's right, and though those kids are out there, whether it be football or baseball or soccer or volleyball, any of those sports, band.
Yeah.
You know, I just still can't believe the number of people out there involved in that band program and the hours they put in marching in that parking lot up there at the junior high and lugging that equipment around. And I drive through there so many times a week and I see that, you know.
And you look at this
they're
band
earning their
program
keep
from,
for sure.
from Robert Nelson, who's in charge of that band program for years, and Mr. Chetnick. I mean, Mountain Home is the band that everybody wants to be.
They don't ever appear to be missing in that rebuild year.
Right.
You know, you
A
hear
rebuild
that
year
about
for Mountain
sports
Band?
teams a
Right,
lot.
yeah,
You know,
right.
we lost a bunch, we got to rebuild. That doesn't appear to happen in band. They just keep right on rocking, and you know they do great work with the concession stands and stuff like that they do around town. And so it's a time of year, school's back in session, whether it be football or any other sport. Go support those kids. Go up there and sit in the bleachers, where you know one or not. You know, just go there, and I'm sure they'd much rather be playing whatever sport it is they're playing, and they look up and they see the bleachers full, than they had look up and not be anybody there. Just go support them. It doesn't take long, and you'll pick you out a few a year or every one of them, and go out there, and it means something to those kids out there for sure.
Let's talk a little bit about the Highway 5 project. I've been seeing a lot of surveying going on.
You
from
have.
Cardinal at 5. And even there's some surveying going on McClure Lane, just off of Highway 5. What's the...
Well, I don't think there's anything going to be happening on McClure, but, you know, except where it approaches 5 there.
That ditch.
So they're probably
There's a
just
pretty good
getting
ditch
some
right there.
corners back and stuff like that. But, yeah, the surveying work is well underway on that project. We've got the water and sewer plans on how we're going to expand water and sewer down to the bypass are pretty much complete. That's been being worked on since this thing came about. And so everything is moving on Highway 5, 9th Street South project. We're still probably, this is 21. I would imagine it'll be sometime in 23 before we see a lot of work getting started down there. But there's just so much to that project. But it's going to be so good for people coming in and out of town on 5.
One concern that I have, once you cross the overpass on 5 South, and you're by the county maintenance area, there's some construction right there. There's not a speed zone for construction. It's 45 miles an hour. You normally have the construction sign, you know, construction work, speed zone, blah, blah, blah. It's 45. There's some pretty big drop-offs, and there's a lot of people working.
That's probably something that.
And I've talked to Department of Transportation, and said we need to slow it down.
What are they saying? So I can't touch anything after I pass Shay's furniture down there.
They were going to look at
it. We run.
And I just had a concern because I was coming back from.
You talk about that, but we've recently had issues. You know, we got one of the 2 street jobs we got going on here in town now is on Spring Street by First Baptist Church.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
We've had a lot of problems over there this summer.
What?
People turn off the Club Boulevard or Buzzard Rouge.
Oh, at 55 miles an hour.
In front of the church. And, you know, I got guys working out there sometimes, several guys are on both sides of the street and they're crossing the street. Slow it down or go around.
Yeah.
I mean, you ain't got no business in there right now. And there's other ways to go.
Sure.
Do that, but we've actually been putting some patrol officers out there, you know, trying to get a handle on that a little bit because it's very dangerous
So
out
if you're
there.
coming from, well, say you're going west on 178 and you got the curve right there around the golf course,
Yep.
you got First Baptist and Spring Street that comes off the hill. You know, you don't think that you fly over that hill. People have been doing it for years, but there's construction right
Well, it's
there.
going to be a lot different hill now with a lot different approach. The visibility is going to be so much better up there now. But you talk about 5 South, Spring Street, that's a spot we've had problems throughout the summer down there. People just, you know, I say slow it down or go around. You know, there's plenty other ways. And then the street department, while we're on that, they're wrapping up, getting very, very close to being ready to overlay Burnett Drive, which is over there in front of Original Family Medicine on Doc Kerr Clinic and Ear, Nose, and Throat. And when they get that overlaid there, and we're getting close, that will basically give us a complete rebuild of everything around that hospital right there.
Speaking of Baxter Regional, they're now a magnet recognized hospital. What a achievement for Baxter Regional.
That's a great deal, and it's for those 1,700 and some odd employees they have out there. That, you know, it took every single one of them to earn that recognition. And of course, you know, some of the celebrations and stuff for that honor have been delayed due to the COVID, but they've still got the honor. Can't do anything about that now, and hopefully one of these days it'll be the right situation to recognize those folks out there for that. And while you're on the subject of Baxter Regional, if you hadn't been by there, they've now started the project for that new cancer research center.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna tell you something, that is gonna be a huge boost for this.
What did I say, 3-story?
And it's a glass building. I believe it's 3.
I think it was 3 stories.
It's somewhere in the range of pushing a $15 million project there.
It's a beautiful looking building. I saw the mock-up of it
Did
yesterday.
you?
Yeah.
Wow.
And you know, we just got, you know, official census number, 12,800. I think it was 25 or something like that. We don't even have 13,000 people in this town, but we got a hospital like we do. It's second to none in the state of Arkansas.
Yeah.
And for a town of our size to be fortunate enough to have something like Baxter Regional, and then for them to still be investing what they're investing with this new cancer project in here, that cancer center project is going to be huge for us, right?
Well, Tobias was here yesterday, and we were just talking odds and ends and about how fortunate we are to have Baxter Regional. And he says, here's what happened recently. I can't say what date, but there's some elderly folks needing some help, and they got some help. I mean, this guy came up and, can I help you get in? You know, help the lady in the car, and put some luggage in, and the man turns and says, well, you tell the powers that be, thank you for your help. Appreciate it. It was Ron Peterson, the CEO. I mean,
helping somebody do it.
The top person, and he's out helping people get in.
You know, he's got the farthest parking place there is in the hospital.
And that was a joke.
Yeah.
And he kept it.
But, you know, that's just the top team they've got out there, and it's not just him. You know, I've had the opportunity back whenever I was cooking a lot to do some events for them out there. Those maintenance employees they've got.
Oh, yeah.
Out there, Marshall Campbell and that crew he's got in that maintenance shop, physical plant, whatever they call it out there. I mean, those are some really, really great individuals, but it's the nurses, the doctors, the housekeepers. It's all 1,700 and some odd employees have made this possible for them out there.
Talk a little bit about Mount Hope Public Schools. Have you talked to Dr. Long in a while? How are we doing there with everything going well?
You know, I haven't had a chance to talk to Dr. Long since school started. I need to call him one day and get in to visit or chat with him on the phone. I may get to see him this week at the football game or something like that. But I know he's been real busy this last couple of weeks just getting school started. We visited just a week or two before school started, and you know they got a lot on their plate. A lot on their plate dealing with this stuff, and we want all the kids to have an opportunity to be in school. They're so much better off at school than they are at home.
Yeah.
And that's where they need to be, and so I commend him and his staff and everybody that is part of the Mountain Home Public School System.
These are the last or middle part of August. You get it from the parents, you get it from the teachers, then you get the school board, then you get the Department of Education, Department of Health, and the CDC, the NIH. You know, it's like, wait a minute. You know, it's like,
let's just be a school.
I can't hit 15 ping pong balls at the same time. You know,
no kidding.
And
Kick
so
back and be a school.
that's what Dr. Long has had to put up with. You know, and school bus safety. We got 4.5 minutes here. School bus safety. We got school buses. Construction areas 5 South, Burnett Drive, Spring Street, and school bus safety. If you're out, for instance, in front of Clay Maxey Chevrolet, you got a 5-lane road. If the school bus is dropping somebody off at Clay Maxey, all the lights on the bus stop. All lanes have to stop.
And I like to think whether you see that school bus, you're approaching that school bus or you're behind it, you need to raise your radar. It needs to go up just a little bit, and you need to be ready at any time to stop that bus or to stop your vehicle. And keep in mind that bus could stop anytime, anywhere. We don't know where they're at.
The yellow lights on the bus are just like the yellow lights at a stoplight.
And
the red light's the same thing.
Stay clear of them buses, and we don't want some sort of accident like that around here. We've been very lucky we haven't had anything major like that, and we want to stay away from that. And it's just there's nothing that I can think of going on around here that's so important. To pass a school bus, and definitely when it's got the lights on, you just, that's about one of the most.
That's a ticket you don't want to pay.
Well, it's just, lack of a better term, it's probably one of the most stupid things I could think somebody could do. You just put it down there in pretty simple terms,
Exactly.
There's just no sense in passing a school bus for any reason out there.
What else you got? We got about 2.5 minutes.
We talked about the park thing. I'll give you a little update on the overall project. Hickory's moving along. That's going to be the first place, but the overall project is moving. The design is underway with the engineering firm. We'll be getting a construction manager on board here just within a few days now. And that construction manager then will be working with the architect engineering firm, throughout the design process to get this thing brought in where it needs to be brought in at. And so that'll be done here just within a few days. They're still thinking design possibly could be done by January, maybe February.
That's only 4 months away.
Having it designed, and we could see construction going late next spring.
Really?
April, May.
Good.
Somewhere there, at least possibly some site work, because there's going to be a lot of work needs to be done to get the site where it's going to be built, prepared and stuff. So that could be happening by late spring, early summer next year. Water sewer side, we've still got plenty of work going on around there and expansions and stuff. We are waiting to hear from the Delta Regional Authority on a grant for the 62 East, the next phase of that project, which will take us from County Road 28 up to O'Reilly's.
Good.
That'll service that new fire station. We felt like since it had the new fire station on it, that would qualify us for some grant opportunities with Delta Regional Authority, and we're hoping to hear something on that maybe by October.
Wonderful.
But we're going to be starting that sewer project pretty soon out there.
Life is good in Mountain Home.
A lot of things going around here. You know, you flip over, you got some empty buildings starting to be occupied. Jamie's Restaurant is coming to open up in the Western Sizzling. You got Ace Hardware. Some guys from Jonesboro are taking the Fred's building and turning that into the Ace Hardware store. They started putting a coat of paint on it yesterday down there.
Good.
And so some of those things are starting to take place, and I think we're in a position for some positive things to be happening here.
Well, that sounds good.
Yeah.
Just had a Bomber win on Friday night.
We're going to get that Friday night.
You betcha. Appreciate you sitting in with Bob on the football stuff. We're out of time. Thanks, Mayor, for coming in. It's always good to see you. Be here tomorrow.